Well, I did it again. Saw a nice construction site to go off-road, but I chickened out. Well, this is a cold April morning. I think it was pretty close to the freezing point. Got my gear on and these new gauntlet gloves, but I can tell you what, by the end of the trip my fingers were cold. So these gauntlet gloves look nice and they have good protection, but they do not offer any warmth beyond a regular pair of gloves. Anyway, I had another problem today. My chin mount camera had a little bit of an angle there. I must have banged into something when I was putting my helmet on. I had no idea until I got back and reviewed the footage it was that far off, and this is what the footage looked like coming straight out of the camera. Kind of a disappointment. I did try to straighten it out and do some stabilization on it, and this is what I got. So this is really zoomed in because you got to make up for the angle and everything once you correct it. So pretty much useless. Plus, I'm just not happy with this chin mount. It's floating around everywhere like I'm drunk or something. I must move my head around a lot when I ride. Stabilization doesn't really help, so I think I'm going to ditch the chin mount. I did just order a chest mount rig. Should get here in a couple days, and that's what I'm going to try next. So I got my regular 360 camera, and I also have my cheap little rear-facing dash cam that you see here. Resolution's terrible on it. I paid $10 for this on like a deep clearance deal at Kohl's. So I hook it up every once in a while. Just gives something else to look at. Incidentally, that was also at a bad angle on this trip, so I've done a little correction on that too. So yeah, not a good day for camera angles and equipment on this particular ride. Anyway, I just hadn't ridden for a while. It was, like I said, a cold, crummy morning, but I just wanted to get out and also just to start the XT because I haven't started it for a while. I don't want the battery to get down too low on a charge. I wanted to kind of keep the fluids flowing and get the gas out of the carburetor and refresh it a little bit. So I'm just kind of going around some neighborhoods in here. I've been down these same roads on another video before. Nothing much new. There is something coming up here. I wanted to show some construction that has taken place over the last 3 months. I was pretty impressed on what they've accomplished, and we'll get to that here in a minute. Otherwise, I'm bundled up pretty good. I think it was like 34 degrees or something. I don't normally ride when it's this cold. I try to ride when it's 50 and above. I see guys in the wintertime riding all the time, and they seem to be fine, so. Most of me was okay. It was really just my fingers. There's some neat old houses along this particular stretch. You can kind of see them off to the side here and there. Old farmhouses. There's a nice one right there, as a matter of fact. This is heading toward Claremont County, Ohio. I don't think we've crossed the border yet. Maybe we have. This might be Claremont County. There's another view of that nice angled camera on my chin. It's mounted with a simple bolt through my helmet, little ventilation there on the chin, little piece for ventilation, so they can rotate. You don't watch it. I think that's what happened. Can't really tell. I'm going uphill here. Well, you can tell there with the rear-facing camera. You can see how it drops off. So I'm coming up to this place I went to a while back, January 2nd, as a matter of fact. This is kind of a retirement community here, and I thought that there was a nice off-road place behind it. I'm going to do a side-by-side here. So on the left is my January the 2nd coverage, And on the right was the footage from April the 8th. And you can see the huge difference. These buildings went up really quick, 3 months and they're up. I'm going to do a little bit of a stop action here so you can kind of compare. You can see that trailer right there, that tan trailer. Yeah, there's nothing behind it on January the 2nd, but by April the 8th they've got these monstrous buildings up. I don't know what this is going to be, maybe a retirement community, because the one next door to it is. Definitely looks like some sort of apartments of some type. Anyway, I continued on back here. This is where I saw this gray wooded area on the older Google Maps. And yeah, I should have went back there. I was just a little bit nervous. I see construction equipment. I didn't see anybody back here. It was very muddy. I'm sure it would have been a muddy run anyway, but I should have went back there while I had the chance and just seen if there's any kind of place to ride back there. But, fear kind of got a hold of me. I didn't want anybody coming after me, yelling at me, whatever, for being back there. I'm sure they wouldn't be very happy about it, especially with some of their equipment sitting around. So I decided to bail out of there. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. Not much to show. Hope everybody's staying safe out there, and it's getting warmer. Those of you who ride bikes, probably looking forward to that and getting out, doing some riding. So take care, and we'll see you next time. This is XT250 Rides.